Hello and welcome to wenll's Guide to defeating Throne of Thunder 25-man heroic Megera as a hunter. So basically, this fight is pretty much almost exactly the same as it is on normal mode. The only main difference is Cinders and Frost hurts a whole lot more, and also you now have a new head, a purple one that will spawn ads. You may be assigned to help AoE the ads down or MD the ads, but short of that, I mean, it's not really that different of a fight. We like to actually save the green head for the very last, so that because we have so much to deal with already with frost and fire, so we'll save the green head for the second to last head to kill. Pretty much mechanics otherwise are still the same. I recommend you actually don't use deterrence on the rampages because of how much damage is dealt from both Cinders and the ice torrent from the frost head. So basically, if you haven't watched the normal version guide though, basically what you want to do, or what we like to do anyways, is we like to kind of stack around the center, being ranged, and if you get the ice torrent on you, we kind of try and run directly backwards. When you get the first one, after you get the first one, then basically what you want to try and do is get as close to the other frost path as you can and kite the ice torrent beam, so that at least part of it will end up on the other frost path that's already on the ground. At least that's the goal. Being a hunter, what we recommend is basically stand as close to the frost beam as you can, the edge of it, and then when you get it, you want to kind of disengage from a diagonal view, so that basically you'll disengage across the frost beam, but you'll still be going backwards. So like you see where I am right now, if I got it now, I would disengage going to my back right, and then that way the frost beam would kind of kite over the other frost beam, at least part way. Make sure you're also looking out for other people gain the icy torrent beam, because it will hurt you a lot and probably kill you if you don't get out of the way. But that's pretty much it. Just make sure you kite it backwards. Do your best to try and kite it over other frost beam paths. The other mechanic is basically there will be like cinders on the ground left over from cinder debuffs and stuff that have happened to people. So if you get the frost beam on you, you can try to kite it a little bit over those cinders, but don't try too hard. Mainly just try and kite it over previous frost paths. At least that's what we do. Now if you get cinders on you, like I just did there, what you want to do is actually run through the frost path, and that way the cinders will actually eliminate any frost you run through. When you do that though, make sure you deterrence. I'd actually recommend deterrencing also if you get the ice torrent beam, the frost beam on you, deterrence as well when you get that, just so that when you're running and kiting it across another frost path, you'll at least mitigate some of the damage. That's why I don't recommend using deterrence during rampage, because you're going to want to save it for if you get cinders or ice torrent on you. But that's pretty much it. Just make sure you try and stay as close as you can to previous frost path or ice torrent paths, and then that way if you get one on yourself, you can try to kite it over the other path. You can see it gets kind of crazy here. And then while you're doing all this, try to AoE these ads down too, if you can. This was actually where we got like a lot of ads right here. But it's not that big a deal. Just make sure you AoE them down when it's called and swap back to the head. We kill the venomous head, the green one, second to last. That way we don't get too many of those green explosions. And we really only have to contend with like a couple of them. But that's pretty much it. Just make sure you do your best to kite cinders over frost path and frost path over cinders, or kite the frost path over other frost paths / torn ice. I call them frost path. Main thing is just keeping the whole middle area. Try and do your best to keep it clear by using your mechanics. So if you get a debuff on you, either cinders or frost path, I highly recommend you use deterrence and then disengage through the opposite one or one of them. Just do your best to go in a straight line back or something. Just try not to go like side to side. That's the main thing. Take like some sort of a diagonal path or straight back path if you get it on you. If you get cinders on you, at least for our kills anyways, then you actually you'll probably want to go side to side just to get rid of as many of those frost paths as you can. But yeah, just do your best to eliminate cinders, do your best to eliminate frost paths. So that's the key to the fight. So hope you found this guide helpful, and thanks for watching.